Hi, this is Ellen. Welcome to anybody who's here with me live or who's watching this on a recording. This is the first recorded class that we're doing online for magnetic pole fit because, well, coronavirus. So I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes because we did say we're starting at 5:30 Pacific and it is just now 5:30. This class is something that I used to teach pretty regularly. It's called Flexy, and it's kind of a combination of a little bit of strengthening and a little bit of flexibility, and there's just kind of some like flirty, sexier moves in it here and there. So some of that's marketing, but anyway. I'm really happy to be here with you. I can see that there's more and more of you joining me, and so that's super exciting. There is a comment box, and I believe that you can comment to me. Maybe just let me know if you're having problems with something, because I'm gonna be across the room, and so I'll come back over here periodically, but it's gonna be a little bit hard to monitor the chat. I did post a link to the playlist that I'm using in Spotify. I posted that on our Facebook group, and we'll get it added as well to the comments once this video is recorded and posted for folks if you want to come back and do it later. I'm gonna play music here in this room, and hopefully I can keep it low enough that you're still going to be able to hear my voice over it. If there's a problem and the music is blowing you out, I'm sure the microphone on my computer probably isn't the greatest. Let me know, give me the high sign. I can always shut the music off and we can just keep going from there. So if you have that Spotify playlist up and you're gonna listen to it, we're gonna start right from the very top with a song called She Rides by Danzig. And I'm gonna stand up, go over there, and we're gonna start with some warming up. The bulk of this class is actually gonna be down on the mat, but we are gonna do a little bit of standing warm up to get your legs a little bit warm. Make sure you have your water, you probably want a mat. I don't think you need knee pads, but if you have longer pants on, that'll probably make you happy. Hi, Alex. Thanks for saying hi. I'm glad to know that I'm not just talking into the universe and that somebody out there is hearing me. So, all right, so here we go. She rides. Oh, good Lord. Hold on. My Bluetooth decided to drop. Isn't that super fun? It's great. I love technology so much. Hold on. And if this doesn't work, then we will just go without music. But it says we're connected. Let's see. Those of you who come to my class at the studio know that this happens to me all the time. Got it. All right. Come on and stand up. When I'm down on the floor, you'll be able to see me better. We're going to start with some squats. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Legend. Hi, Cindy. Hi, you guys. Super excited to see you. All right. You're going to take your toes nice and wide here, and we're going to squat straight up and down for 8 on the beat. Here we go. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn your toes forward. Regular squats. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn them out for 4, 2, 3, 4. Turn them forward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 2. 1 and 2. Forward and 2. Turn them out for singles. And forward. And out. And forward. Keep it going. Forward. Out. And forward. Good job. Starting to get your legs just a little bit warm so that when we stretch them, they're not like, what are you doing? Toes out nice and wide. Hips are going to stay steady here in the center as we side bend. Just lifting your ribs off your hips. Your hand slides down your leg, not pushing against your knee. Sorry, I know it's a little echoey in here, but that's what happens when there's nothing in a room. Make sure those hips are staying steady and that you're breathing. All right, now what we're going to do is take it into a side bend. Flat back over that leg. Down, around, and up. Good. Keep it going. Good. Up and around. Starting to get those hamstrings a little bit warm here. I think these are fun. I could do lots of these. Just hit all my sticky spots. Good. One more on each side. And last one on the left. Awesome. I'm going to come over here and just make sure no one's having any problems. Hi, knee. Hi, everybody. Hooray. Everybody looks good. All right. Let's do some hip rolls. Just going to the right. Good job. Get ready. Take it left. Switch your arms into it if you want. Good, we're going to go back to the right. And ending to the left. Good. Starting to warm up your low back. I can hear my dog out there. She's like, what's going on? All right, I'm going to turn it down a little bit. All right, last little standing warm up. I'm going to use my wall. You can do the same thing. We're going to do body waves, just like we would do them on a pole. You can totally body wave in the air, or you can body wave on your wall. So, lining yourself up, staggering your feet like we always do in class. Chest, belly, pelvis. Peel it back. Good. Getting your low back starting to move a little bit here. When we stretch legs, that means we're stretching glutes. That means we're stretching low back. So we want it all to be moving. Starting to feel a little bit of warmth in your low back right now, I hope. Good, let's even it out. Just switch your feet. Put the other one in front. Oh, I see words. Keep body waving. I would die for you, my garbage. Woohoo! You won't even know all the old stuff I have for you today. Love it when you love my music. Also, I'm really happy you can hear it.
All right, just a few more here. All right, good job with the body weights, y'all. I think, yeah, we're gonna be on the floor for the whole rest of the class. So go ahead and have a seat on your mat. All right, just checking my comments there. All right, we're gonna start sitting cross-legged, crisscross applesauce. I think that's the weirdest term, but I guess that's a West Coast thing. So crisscross applesauce, hold on to your knees. We're just gonna rock back onto your tailbone, forward, push your chest. I'm gonna turn sideways. Back on your tailbone, forward, arch, push your chest forward. Really hollowing your belly out here. You guys staying active? We're gonna be moving a little bit every day. Going outside in between raindrops, I hope. Can't just sit on the TV and on the Facebook. You know what I mean. Okay. We're gonna stay in this same seated position, and we're gonna start to circle in one direction and then the other. So take note of which leg you have in front, because you're gonna switch them. So bring your chest forward, out to the side, take it. Big juicy circles here. Take it the other way. Reversing the circle. Legs haven't changed yet. Just reversing the circle. All right, now bring it up. Switch your legs. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Try to go back in the first direction again. If you remember which direction that was, it's okay if you don't. When you switch your legs, you stretch your hips and your low back differently. You guys are getting like songs I used to pole dance to 9 years ago right now. Take your chest the other way. Using your core, using your obliques, stirring it all around, getting it all moving, generating some heat. Very nice. Go ahead and bring that up. All right, we are going to do some cat pounces to cobras. Let me move my water or this is going to get real ugly. All right, so cat pounces, something we do a lot in class. If cat pounces are new to you, don't worry about it. They won't be when this is all said and done. So I'm sitting on my heels here, and you're going to reach your hands out, bend your elbows, dip your chest to the floor, keep the tops of your feet pointed into the floor, and slide your chest out. When we get out, come up. You can come all the way up to cobra. You can bend your elbows and come into, I forget what that one's called. But you could do that instead if your back doesn't want you to go all the way up. Make sure if you're all the way up that your pelvis is in contact with the floor. My hips are not coming up. All right, from here we're just going to reverse it. Bend your elbows. Put your chest down, and now butt goes up. Push with your arms. Slide, 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 all the way back until you're sitting on your heels again. All right, if you're on carpet, this is gonna be a little bit harder. I get that. Reach it out, dip, chest comes down, all the way through, up. Elbows out, chest comes down, push. Lead with your booty, keep your feet pressed into the floor, toes pointed. Reach it out. I'm just gonna go back and forth here. Probably right about now, some of you are wishing you had knee pads on, sorry. Push. Let's do 2 more here. 2 more. Last time, make it your best one. And take it back. Oh my gosh, this is the perfect song for this next thing. Slave to Love, Brian Ferry. Okay, we are gonna come up into a downward dog, which I know is something that you're all very familiar with. In that downward dog, we're gonna do figure 8s with our knees. Let me show you what it looks like. So, hips come up. If you want, you can go ahead and just pedal your feet out a little bit here. Start to stretch out the backs of the legs. And then when you want to do figure 8s with your knees, drop a knee in and out. Knee in and out. In and out, alternating your weight. You're standing on the straight leg while your opposite knee goes in and out. Really let those hips move. You should feel your side body. Feel your obliques. Make sure you're pushing the floor away with your hands. Relax your neck, let your head drop. A few more here. Good. Go ahead and bend your knees, come on down onto them on your mat. My mat all bunched up. All right, sitting on your heels. Maybe familiar with these from some of my warm-ups. We're gonna reach one hand back behind you, lift your hips, squeeze your booty, really push it forward. As you bring it down, take your hands, drag them like you're on a sandy beach through the sand. Left hand or opposite hand goes to the back, lift and push. Dragging from side to side. Really squeeze those glutes, open up the front of your hips. Last one on each side. From here, bring it forward onto all fours. You're in a tabletop position. Hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And we're gonna do some body rolls here, meaning take your ribs up to the side. Up to the top, out to the side, down and around. Elbows stay straight. Your booty's gonna move, but don't think about it. It's all about your wrists. You can add your head if you want. Let's go the other way so we don't lose the song. Nice work. How's everybody? Good? Any problems? Are we happy? Can we hear me? Are we having a good time? 33 people. Hi, everybody. Tell me if you're having any problems. Okay. This one's fun. Coming down on your sides. This is a real traditional sort of exercise. Good, 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 good. All good. Love it. All right. Coming down on your sides. You can be up on your elbow or down with your head in your hands, whatever works for you. You're going to keep your heels together as we open your knees. So you're making a diamond shape. Your feet stay together. You should feel a really big squeeze in that booty. Also, make sure your upper body is not rolling back. Body should be totally still, and it's just a super isolated squeeze of your booty. All right, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, take it over to the other side. Same exact thing on the other side. Keep those feet together, keep your upper body nice and still, and just a squeeze here, making diamonds. Feel your booty? I feel my booty. Getting warm. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. I mean, I'm assuming good job. You all could be sitting there drinking milkshakes watching me. I don't really know, but I'm assuming you're doing a good job. All right, from here, we're going to do some leg and oblique work where you're going to be on your back, on your elbows. If you start to find that your shoulders and neck are starting to bother you, you could always go down flat on your back. But as much as possible, I want you to try to stay on your elbows. Some of these may look familiar to folks who've been in my pull and heels class. So we're going to take both legs up in the air, squeezing those quads, getting your knees nice and straight, pointing your toes. And if you're up on your elbows, try not to collapse into your shoulders, but really lift up out of them to press those shoulders nicely. From here, we're just going to twist your thigh bones. Yeah? Just back and forth. Rotate your knees in, rotate your knees out. Twist your thigh bones. I need a modification for that back bend when this is over. Okay, Alex, we're going to come back to that because I'm not sure. I'm guessing you mean the drag in the sand one, maybe? We'll talk about it. Twisting those thigh bones. Good. Are you pressed up out of your shoulders? Don't collapse. All right, from here, we're going to wag your tail. So you're just squeezing your obliques to wag your tail from side to side. Your legs are just hanging out up in the air. Your obliques are doing all the work here. Feel your obliques? Because I feel mine, for sure. Also, these leggings look super cute, but they're so hot. I'm sweating. Couple more here. Nice. Okay, from here, we are going to open your legs to a straddle. And then, this is my right leg. I'm gonna bend my left one and take my right one over to tap. Come back to straddle, go the other way, bend and tap. So it doesn't matter if you're not on the same side as I am. Moving through straddle, over to a tap. And yes, I do push up into my hand when I go over to tap, coming up off that elbow. Really try to open your legs to your maximum straddle, which means you gotta use your butt muscles to pull your legs open. Okay, one more back here. Now, as we come over to this side, I want you to stay here. Bring both hands in front of you. Take that free leg and push it behind you. You can even come down lower with your chest if you want, or you can stay up on your elbows. And we're gonna take this leg back behind us and we're gonna do leg lifts with it. So my toe is on the floor right now, and I'm trying to think about lifting the side of my knee up while I squeeze my butt cheek to make it happen. I'm not dipping my chest every time. It's an isolated move coming from my butt. Now you're gonna straighten the leg and keep doing the same thing. Toes tapping, squeezing the butt. Nice work. Okay, bring it forward. Take it through straddle. Go over to the other side. Push that leg back behind you. It's bent. And you lift. Now you're going to straighten the leg. Keep doing the exact same thing. Keep your upper body nice and still. You're not dipping. Good. Open your chest back up. Come back through straddle. Nice work, everybody. Okay, next up, we're going to do a little more legs and abs, and then we move into stretching. All right. So, coming down on your back, you're just going to bring your knees up on top of your hips, keeping your knees together. We're going to draw circles. Let your toes tap the floor. If you have not yet pole danced to this song, put it on your to-do list for the next time you're in the studio. Which, sending up energy to the universe, that's very soon for all of us. Take it the other way with your circles. Nice. Bring it up. From here, you're going to extend your right leg. Doesn't matter. Extend a leg. Take your arms out to the side, making T's. Take that leg over. Tap it on the floor. Bring it up. Ooh, I gotta move. Switch. Other one. Other way. up, switch. If this is too hard with an extended leg, you can absolutely do this with 2 bent legs. You don't need to straighten a leg. If you want to make it a lot harder, you can straighten both legs. I don't want to do that. It's a lot harder. One more to each side. Okay. Somehow as I did those, my butt walked all the way across the floor. So, next one of these that we're going to do, you can either be on your elbows or on your back. Let's see, how do we want to start this? So, start with your legs out in a straddle. Nice wide straddle, squeezing your butt, pulling those legs down. From here, you're going to come up, cross your ankles, lead with your knees, make a diamond. Open out, pulse twice. Take it up. Knees. Out, pulse twice. Up. See if you can cross opposite ankles over the front each time. Change which ankle goes in front. Let's do 2 more. Okay, you can let them come down, straighten your legs if you want. If you need to rest out your hip flexors for a moment, give it a little bit of shake. We're going to go back to that basic same position again. So I'm going to give you a little rest. Really, I'm giving me a little rest, and you. Okay. So, legs come back out into a straddle. From here, you're going to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Reach through your legs and pulse. Seven, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want you to grab your right leg, take it up towards your ear, and let your left leg go long on the mat. Good. Holding the back of the thigh, the knee is straight. You're trying to bring the leg around the side towards your ear. Release it. Go back through straddle. Right leg goes long, left leg comes up by your ear. Release it. Go back to the other side. Right leg up by your ear. And release that. Last time, left leg comes up by your ear. Good, let it go. Go ahead and come up. Give your legs a little shake out. This class was created as a way to build both strength and flexibility to help you with a lot of the positions that we really like in pole dancing, things like straddles and splits, both when you're inverting and when you're on the floor. So that's why there's a good bit of both strengthening and stretching involved in this class. When you need to do straddle moves, you need strong glutes because that's what pulls your legs open in a straddle, right? And when you're trying to invert with your legs open like that, you need strong abs. That's what gets your hips up over your head. So that's really where this class came from. Having said that, let's do a little bit more abs. Very last thing. And then we stretch. So this position is called teaser in Pilates. And teaser is where we're going. We're going to roll to get there. So come down on your back, roll up, hit teaser. You can hold your legs. You can take your arms straight out in front of you. Or you can take your arms overhead. We got 2 more here. Last one. Okay, keep your feet off the floor. You're still in teaser. I'm going to turn. I want you to, my feet are off the floor. Open your knees. Reach between and grab with the thumb down on the inside of your heels. You can also grab on your ankles if you want. So either thumb down on the inside of your heels or on your ankles. I think ankles may feel a little bit better right now. We're going to extend one leg at a time. Right one. Left one. I think there's a mirroring thing going on, so you know. Pick a leg, extend it. Then do the other one. Good. Maintaining your balance on that tailbone. Feet are not coming down. We're going to do 2 at once. If you're not falling over, you're killing it right now. This is hard stuff. Okay, the next time your legs are up, hold them, and let's see if we can take our hands away. Ready on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Breathe. Breathe. Come on down. Good job, y'all. What time is it? We'll never know. 6:07. Awesome. This is perfect. Okay. Join me on your mat in a straddle. It does not have to be your absolute widest straddle yet. We're going to be here for a little while. All right? So you're in a nice, comfortable straddle. And when you're in a straddle, your goal is always to not be back here on your tailbone with that curve in your lower belly, but to be pushed forward and sitting on top of your sit bones, right? Everybody knows where their sit bones are, up on the bottom of their pelvis. Sometimes we're back here because of different tightnesses in the front of the legs. If that's the case, just like in yoga, you could roll your mat up and put it under your butt, or roll up a blanket or a pillow, something like that under your tailbone, to help push your pelvis forward. Because if you can't get your pelvis forward, you're never going to be able to stretch your inner thighs. And that's what we need to be able to do here, is to stretch our inner thighs. So once we've found this position, we're going to rock on these sit bones. So I do want you to go to your tailbone, and then I want you to push forward. So I'm just doing what I just showed you in profile. I'm going back and forth from my tailbone to trying to press my pubic bone into the mat. If you need to use your hands to help you do this, 1 in front, 1 in back, 2 in front, whatever you need, that's okay. If you don't need your hands, that's also okay. Just rocking here. If you want to add your feet into it, when you go back, flex your feet. When you rock forward, point your feet. All right, come on up top here. If you're feeling like your straddle is starting to open up a little bit, you can use your hands, maybe make your straddle a little bit wider, making sure that you're still on top of those sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, or maybe you have something under your butt to help you. From here, we're gonna circle our chest. So I'm just gonna make a big circle, kind of like we did at the beginning when we were sitting crisscross applesauce, right? You can put your hands on the floor. I want you to just bring your chest forward, around, and up. If your chest is not going all the way to the floor, if your belly doesn't go to the floor, that's totally fine. Mine doesn't. We're just working where we are right now. Trying to find little, what a yoga instructor that I love calls millimeter miracles. That's what we're going for here. Millimeter miracles. All right, let's take our circles the other direction. See if you can keep both of your sit bones pressed into the floor as you do these circles, so your hips aren't lifting off the floor. Bring your chest up. From here, we're going to give it a little bit of a different work and a little bit of a break. I want you to bend your knees with flexed feet. Now, push them out straight and point all the way through your legs as you push your pelvis forward. Good. Rock back, bend your knees, pull them in, flex feet, push forward, point. Always thinking about rocking forward into your stretch. These are nice. They're a little bit of a break. All right, come back up, back on your sit bones. Get comfortable here. Comfortable. We're going to start doing some side bends. So I'm going to put my one arm palm up in my crotch, essentially, as my other arm comes over. Now, if this is as far as you can go, that's okay. You can also be here. Nothing wrong with that. If you can, come over and see if you can find your toes. It's okay if you can't. I want you to try to keep your sit bones both squarely planted on the floor, wherever you are. Good. Bring it up. Reverse it. Palm up. Bring it over as far as you can go, keeping your sit bones on the floor. Can you find your toes? I know they're there. Good. If you found your toes, don't round down. Open your armpit and your chest. Try to look up at the ceiling. Even if you haven't found your toes, even if you're up here, open your armpit, look at the ceiling. Good. We're going to go back and forth here. Taking it side to side. One more each side. From here, we're actually going to turn to face our knee. This is my right leg. I'm turning my chest and nose to face that leg. If that's as far as you feel like you can go with this movement, that's cool. Or you can start to try to walk your hands forward and bring your nose towards your knee. Now, it doesn't do any good to keep your back here and just drop your head, right? I'm taking my nose, my chest, and my belly towards my knee. And just breathe. Find your little sticky spot and breathe. Walk your hands back in. And we're gonna go over to the other side. So same thing here, turn, walk your hands out. Far as you can comfortably go, think about pressing your belly, chest, and nose out towards your toes. Hopefully everybody's still there. It tells me we can't connect to chat, but I think we're still going. Good. Really reaching it out towards those toes. And then walk it back up. Let's flex and point again. Bend your knees. Flex. Push forward. Point. Come back on the top of your sit bones. Just roll your ankles out. I can feel that all the way up the back of my leg as it goes through my calf and all the way up. Roll them the other way. Okay, so one of our last things that we're going to do in this position is we're going to work on trying to bring our elbows, or if you're more flexible than that, your belly down to the floor. So walking forward, it's that same principle. It's not just my head. It's my chest and belly coming forward as I try to come down onto my elbows. And for me, this is as far as I can go. If we had about 2 more hours, I could get lower. Okay? But I'm still thinking about rolling my hips forward, pressing my belly down towards the floor. I'm not hollowing out. Breathing. All right, I want you to walk it back in. We're now going to take this exact same stretch and we're going to make it a little more dynamic. So, legs come together. Bend over them. Open them up. Press your belly forward. Good. Going from forward fold into straddle. Few more here. Last set. Straddle. Forward fold. Good. Just hang out in your forward fold for a minute. Wherever you are, if your hands are on your knees or your shins, that's totally fine. Relax your head a little bit. And go ahead and roll it up. Give your legs a nice shake out. We have exactly 2 stretches left. And then you will have completed this class and hopefully enjoyed it a lot. Okay, so from here we're going to do a butterfly stretch. Real basic butterfly stretch that probably everybody knows. Woo, feel the backs of those knees, yeah? Go ahead and bend it in. Bring the soles of your feet together. Kind of rocking to get the butt flesh out of the way. So I'm on my sit bones. I use my hands and kind of open the soles of my feet up towards the ceiling. And from here, I'm very gently going to start to press my belly forward. If that's all you can do, that's totally fine. If you feel like you can do more than that, you can start to walk your hands forward. Maybe walk your hips back, hands forward. Reach your belly and chest out. Starting to bring your chest down closer towards your feet. Wherever you are with this.
And of course, we're breathing. Lock your hands in, bring it up. See if you can bring your feet a little closer to you. And do the exact same stretch. Belly comes forward, chest and nose reach out, hands reach out. Alright, lock it in. This is it, my friends. This is the very last stretch. It's called a frog stretch. It's not super attractive. I have this other padded mat here that I'm going to just pull over. Okay, so frog stretch is essentially your knees are in line with your hips and your feet are also in line with your knees. So I'm not bringing my feet in towards each other, but my feet are going straight down from my knees. I think you can all see that position, yeah? Feet go straight down from your knees, work your knees out, come down onto your elbows, and you're all probably found a position that's fairly comfortable. Now what I want you to do is use your hands and push your butt back, even if it's just a couple millimeters towards your feet. This should feel like a very concentrated stretch on your inner thighs. And you can rock it forward and back if you need to, right? You can come forward, take off some of that pressure, come back. And of course, we're breathing. Well, for a while now, YouTube has said that chat is not connected, but I can see that the stream is still going and you're all still there. So hopefully this has been a great experience. I've enjoyed it. It was really nice to move, knowing that all my pole friends are there with me. We have a whole slate of classes coming up that I hope you will join us for. All right, when it's time to come out of this, think about falling forward a little bit. Oh, because your legs aren't going to want to move. Okay, so take a look on the Facebook page and probably on the website too. I haven't looked, but I'm sure we probably have the classes posted on the website too. We have them coming up almost every evening. Me and Jody and Lechen are doing some. I'm going to be repeating this class again. So when you see Sexy Flexy again on the schedule, it's basically going to be this exact same class. So if you liked it, come back. If you liked this, tell your friends. Post on Facebook. Give feedback. Let everybody know that this was enjoyable, if you thought it was, and come do it again. And I'm also teaching on Friday night. I'm teaching a class called Work the Floor, which is basically sexy floor work. This room is not that big, so we're not being crazy up in here, but sort of like how we worked on cat pounds and things like that, we're going to be working on some fun, different floor work things that I really like, and I think you will too. And then next week, I'm teaching a straight up legs flexibility class, which is really just going to be stretching for splits. And that's going to be front splits, not side splits. Although we could do some side splits too. I don't have back flexibility. That's Jody. Jody's your girl for that. So we're going to do leg flexibility. And then we'll do this class again. And so hopefully we'll all see each other again in person really soon. You're all amazing. Thank you for being here so much. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye, everybody.